Welcome to lecture 8, where I'll be explaining section, select, text area, menu, article. So let's get started. I'm making it as fast as possible. So I already have my section here, so you can actually type it out. The section, this is how you can type a section. So you can just have section, so you can select with your tab key. You can see, then close it. Okay, so then you have your H2 and the like. So that's just the process. Let me teach you something before I move forward in this particular section. So let me, supposing I want to type that section again. I have this. How do I write this sign? You press your shift and you press your greater than symbol. Once you press it, you will have a symbol. Press, type whatever you want to type, section. Then to close this particular tag automatically, you can press your shift and press the less than symbol simultaneously. Automatically, you can see we have the closing tag comes in automatically. Then I can add in space. So you need to learn this. So the same thing for this H. Okay, this H1, if I press this now, automatically it gives me the opening and closing tag. So that's that. So let me run my code. Okay, so I will click on my go live, then be patient. Okay, so I have it here. This is the section aspect, you can see. So in when you are dealing with websites, the websites are in sections. So after the header, we can sectionalize every component of our web pages. So you get to understand how this particular tags works when we start building projects. So let me try to minimize. And let me have this beside me here. So we can flow together. Okay, so let's continue. So let's move to the next one, which is selection. So in my selection, the last section here, let me try to add my selection option here. Let me just, I have written it here. So this is the label. You can just type it out. Label, cars. Then these are the select option. So all these are the attributes attached to the select, and these are the options. So I'm very sure you have filled form online that it requires you to select an item from the list of options. So this is the secret behind it. So this is the opening tag, and this is the closing tag. This is the label. So these are the list of options. So when you refresh your code, you should have something like this. Just make sure you paste this, you write this inside this the last section we have here. So the list of items we've added, you can see them as I'm switching them. So that's the function of the selection. So I'm trying to speed up so that we can move forward. Okay, so now after that, let's move to text area. Let me paste it here. I've written my code here. So I have my text. Let me expand my screen so you can see very well. Okay, so I have my label for the text area. Text area, I will show you sample now. We have the ID, the name, the number of rows and columns, then the text in it, and then we have the closing tag. So let me refresh and let's see how it looks like. Yes, this is what we have there. You can see. So I'm very sure we have filled form online, and we have noticed that those forms has a particular input field with very big stuff. So there are many websites, especially we mostly use this text area in when maybe a website visitor is trying to submit a query, maybe it's on the contact section of the website. So we initially use it. So now this is how to identify how it works. This rows is telling us how the height of this. So I can decide that let me increase it to maybe 42. Now let's see what happens. You notice immediately that the height increase automatically. You can see. So if I want to reduce the width, I can just see that maybe just 20 columns. You can see the width automatically has been adjusted. You can see it here. So I can just return it back to 100. Then I can decide to bring this one back to 22. So you can see the final output. So that's the function of the text area. So let's move on. I'll be explaining menu as well. So let me just write the code above this one so we can see clearly. I've written the code here. So this is the label. I just added this edit for me to identify it as the menu element. So in our menu we have list of items. So just we have it on our Microsoft Word. So if I refresh this now, you can see the menu element. You can see we have coffee, tea, and so on and so forth. This function is actually available in Word, and so this is how to actually use it in programming. So that is how menu works. So this is the menu. Inside the menu we have list of items. So list 1, list 2, and so on and so forth. So remember when we explained navigation bar, where I said we have two type of list, ordered and unordered list, which is ordered is OL, while unordered is UL list. So that's how it goes. Let's move forward. So I'll be moving forward to articles. So article, mostly we use article in maybe a website related to blog or news related article and website. So if I click on it now, I just have my article. Let me write this. Let me just copy this too. So I'll write the article. Let's see how it goes. See your less than article. Press your tab key, press your shift and your greater than key. Automatically we have the closing tag. Press enter to give it space, then paste, or you type it yourself. So you can see what we have left. Don't worry, it is not visible yet. Don't worry. As once we start a real life project, you get to understand how to use all these components majorly. So that is the function of article. So majorly they work in a similar way, but there are little difference in them. So let's move forward. Before I round up this, let me teach us another simple element that is important for you to understand as regarding the beginners friendly front-end development course is concerned. Okay, I'll be explaining the mark elements. So I have it here. You can see the mark element. In the mark element I just add this. So do not forget to buy. I mark milk today. You can see when you check the code, when you check the output here, the mark element, do not forget to buy milk. Milk is mark. You can see. So and so on and so forth. So with this, I believe we have been able to cover some basic and some essential tags. So later on in our project, we'll be using some tags that I did not explain here, but don't worry, you get to understand them better. But at least with this, I've been able to put you through some basic concepts you need to know before we start building a real life project. So we'll be moving forward to a more complex and interesting aspect of the course. Thank you.